Hi, I'm back. Hi, Peter. Hi, Owen. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Ato. Hi, Ella and Sarah and Charlotte and Mia and Colin. Hi, how are you? What are you doing right now? Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm getting ready to read you a story. I found a book again, so it's kind of tricky because I don't have as many kids' books at home that we have at school. You know, when we go into Mrs. Whiteman's office and she has that whole wall with all of those books that we can just go in there and pick any kind of book that we want. So I don't have as many, but I do have books here that we have not read before, which makes me very excited because I get to read you new books. Now, we have this book at school. I will say that, but I have not read it to you yet. And some cool stuff about this book before I read it. Number one, the author and the illustrator are both the same person. Remember, the author writes the story and the illustrator draws the pictures. And let's see, I'll give you a little peek. That's it. There's lots of animals in the story. And this book has only 3 words in it. One of the words is the title, and that word is used almost the entire time in the book. Only at the very end do they use the other 2 words. So let's figure out what the name of this book is called. Before I tell you, I think that you can read the title of this book because they are 3 letters that we have talked about at school. We have met the letter people for these 3 letters, and we're going to try and figure it out on our own. So I'm going to cover it up. There's the first letter. Now I know you know what letter this is. This is the letter H. And what sound does H make? Right? Like we're running. Then here's the second letter. And what letter is that? U. Now, U is one of those letters that has 2 sounds. So when U says its name, it says U. And when U says its other sound, it says what? Right? Okay, let me cover this up. And the last letter is what? G. Now, G is also one of those letters that has 2 sounds. So G sometimes borrows from what letter? J, and it makes the J sound. But G also has another sound, right? Some of these letters are very tricky. It has its second sound, and the second sound is G, G, like the frog, G, G. So in this word, G makes the G. Okay, so let's try and read it together, okay? G. G. Hug. So the name of this story is Hug. Pretty cool, right? And look at that monkey. He looks pretty happy. He's yelling, hug. And I know all of you love to give hugs because it's probably one of the most picked greeting in the morning. And I love that. Okay, so the author's name, now this person has a really funny first name. His name is Jez with a Z. Albaro. His last name was kind of tricky. I had to look it up because I forgot how to pronounce it. So his name is Jez Albaro. He's the author. Remember, the author writes the story and the illustrator. So that means he drew all these cool pictures. So let's get started. Oh, I forgot to tell you something before I read this. Since this book only has 1 word, for the most part, it's kind of tricky. So how can you just read a book saying hug, 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 hug? What we need to do when we read this book is look at the pictures because the pictures will give us the clues about the way the monkey says the word hug. So let's get started. We're really going to get started this time. Oh, look at him here. He's dancing along. Do, 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 do. Hug. 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 Look at his face. Does he look happy? Yeah, he's pointing out all the animals that live in the jungle that are hugging. So here he is again pointing to the snakes. And let's go back. The first page. Does he look happy there when he's pointing to the elephants? Yeah, he's saying hug. So, hug. Hug. Now we get to this side. Look at his face. Is he happy? I don't think so. Let me fix this. All right. Look at his face. He's definitely not happy. Let's move all the way back so you can see what's going on here. He's walking through the jungle, and all of the animals are looking at him. See? Now he climbs on top of the elephants and he says, hug. What are the elephants doing here? Looks like they're walking, right? I wonder where they're going. He's sitting on top of the elephant and he sees this family here of tigers and he says, hug. Oh, my favorite animal. He's walking, he's walking, he's walking. And then he sees the two giraffes and he says, hug. Look, see him? He's calling out, hug. Then he sees the hippos, and what are the hippos doing? They're hugging. And he says it again, hug. Then he gets around all of these families of animals and he says, hug. Is he happy? No, he's not happy. He looks like he's very, very sad. Oh boy, look at all the animals' faces. How do you think they feel? Seeing their little buddy crying. He says it again right there. Hug. Oh, look at his face. Do you think they're happy or sad for their friend? And then, Bobo! Who is this? I think that's his mommy, maybe. She's yelling his name, Bobo! And then he yells, Mommy! Oh, he's happy. What do you think happens next? Let's see. Look at Bobo and his mommy. And look what everybody's saying. Hug, 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 hug. It says hug all over the place. And now Bobo is hugging his friend, the elephant, who helped him find his mommy. And he's saying, hug. And then they all say it together. Hug! Look, everybody's hugging each other. They're not just hugging their family. They're hugging their friends. Kind of like you do at school when you give the group hugs, right? Yeah, they're all hugging. Look at this guy. Look at this snake. He's wrapped around the elephant's tail and his leg. Isn't that silly? And then the last page says, Mommy and Bobo. Was that a good book? Pretty cool to be able to have a book that only has one word, right? Okay, so there's something that we always do with each other at school, and I just popped into my head when I was reading this book, that if I know that I'm not going to see you for a little while, like when Peter went on vacation to Florida and Mia went to Canada and I went on my trip, remember, with Mrs. Whiteman, I usually say to you, I need a 10-second hug because I'm not going to see you for a while. So I have not seen you for a while, many, many days. And I don't know how many more days it's going to be till I see you next time. So I'm going to pretend that you're all standing in front of me. I'm going to put my arms around myself. And what do? The 10-second hug. So maybe you could do it. I'm going to do it. You do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-second hug. I hope you have fun today with your families. There was some homework that I told your mommies and daddies about. The homework today is find some Play-Doh or some clay. If you don't have Play-Doh or clay, you could use, I don't know, something that's bendy to make the first letter of your name. Now, you have to make it in uppercase and you need to make it in lowercase. Okay? I will see you soon and have a great day. Bye.